in this area, in this basically a swamp land that we live in, there's more water in most areas than there is land. The alligators were actually protected back in the 60s, and actually on the endangered list, endangered species list. And as they started coming around a little better in the 70s, the state actually realized that it was something they could get involved in and really make a difference and build the numbers up. And they instituted the wild program in the early 70s, and throughout the 70s into the 80s it had actually grown to a statewide project, and that's probably the beginning of a pretty large industry. From the time we've ever been able to do it, we've been able to trap wild gators, and it's been a part of what we do throughout the year to make a living and live off the land. They wait on the wild alligator season to come in right before the cold weather starts coming down, which is late August, September, the month of September, and you're actually able to go in and harvest your gators then, and it's at a time to where your eggs have actually had enough time to hatch out and be picked up by a farmer or be hatched out in the wild where they stand a chance to live on their own. That way you're not actually trapping the mama gators either before she has a chance to lay her eggs or while the eggs needing attention, You won't see the gators during the daytime, but you may know they're there from the sign that you've seen or whatever. But the gators do most of their feeding at night. You'll set a line that's going to be anywhere from 18 foot long or so when you get started, and you'll basically tie that off to a tree and hang it suspended over the water, and actually have a chunk of meat on a hook, whatever it may be. But it's something that's going to be scented. Hopefully the scent can carry downwind into the swamp or into the marsh and actually pull a gator out. But when they go to hunting at night, they'll jump out of the water and grab the bait. Then when you come back the next morning, you pull up to a line, you never know what you have on the end of it. You're hoping it's a gator, but you never really know. And then once you've established that, it could be anywhere from a 4 or 5 footer all the way up to 10 or 11 foot. So you've got to kind of be careful in your approach and how you're getting ready to pull the gator up to see what it is. You start one end of your trap line and you run it through, and a bad day you may only have a few alligators, and on a good day, depending on how many tags you have and how many lines you have, you may have 40 or 50 to deal with. It's hard work. It's very hard work, but we love what we do. But some would probably consider it being dangerous. I mean, you are out working with wild animals that don't want to have anything to do with you, but the way we do it, it's pretty safe, it's very efficient, it's very humane, and you're able to work through your trap lines, and you're trying to get done by lunchtime or so and get out, mainly because you have to get that animal cool very quick. You've got to get him out of the sun. The sun will ruin an alligator's hide within a matter of a couple hours. You're on a timeline because the way the state manages it, there's not a daily bag limit, there's a season bag limit. You're issued a set number of tags that you get to fill for your particular piece of property. The programs that's in place for, that's regulated by the Wildlife and Fisheries, they actually do a very good job of making sure this resource is going to be renewable for generations to come.